Hello, Wasatch sixth graders. This week, the art lesson, online lesson, is on something a little bit different from what I have been teaching you. Now, I have 3 panels behind me. Let me just move away from them a little bit so you can see better. Okay, now at Wasatch, we have been doing a lot of this art production. Means you actually create art, any drawing, paintings, making something out of the clay, printmaking, logo designs, all these are part of art production right here. Okay, we do that a lot here. Okay, now I'm going to skip the middle part. Let's talk about the art history. Okay, Wasatch Elementary is a very kind of unique elementary, okay, and that teaches a lot about art history. Okay, now I'm going to give you, let's just say 10 seconds. And during that 10 seconds, will you tell me all the artist names that you know, you have learned at Wasatch or somewhere else? Are you guys ready? Okay, go. Okay, how many names could you give me? All right, now this includes the artist names or artworks title or the name of the styles or the name of the era or the culture. Okay, so we learn a lot about art history here. Okay, now today we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're doing this. Aesthetics of art. In other words, the philosophy behind art. Okay? Question about art. What is art? What is beauty? Now, these kind of lesson requires mature mind, mature thinking. So I've been waiting for you to grow up a little bit and saving this lesson for the sixth graders. You know, the big kids. Okay. Now let me just get back to where I was. Okay. Now, to do this, first of all, now I look like I have a pink bow on my head. Well, first of all, I'm going to show you 3 pictures, photos. Okay. And I want you to guess what kind of people they are. Okay, first picture is this. Okay. Can you see? Let's bring it closer. Okay, who are they? Which country are they from? Where are they? What kind of place is this? Okay. Now, I'm going to give you, let's say, you know what? Why don't you pause the video and by the time you're done guessing, come back again. I will tell you the right answer. Okay, I'm going to tell you the right answer. They are Russians. They are Russian seasonal workers who are usually farmers during the spring and summertime, but during the winter, they cannot farm anymore because the ground is solid frozen. So they get on the ship. This is inside the ship. They get on the ship away from the family, and they're not fishermen actually. They help prepare the fish to be ready for canning. So their work is cold and smelly, and you know it's not a fun thing to do. And then they're away from the family. That's why, you know, they don't look like they're having a birthday party or anything, are they? They're kind of sad and depressed. Okay, so that's who they were. Okay, second picture. Who is this? Okay, again, which country, what kind of social status does she have? Okay, now pause the video if you need more time guessing and come back. All right, this is an African queen. Now you can tell she's rich. Okay. Can you tell what are those yellow stuff, the powder looking things on her face? Okay. They are gold powder. Okay. Do you have anyone that you know, your mom, or your sisters, your friends, who uses real gold powder for their makeup? I don't. Okay, so you can tell she is very, very rich. Okay, so that was the second picture. Now I'm going to show you the third picture. For this one is very hard to guess. But so you only have to guess if it's a boy or girl. Okay, are you ready to see it? Here we go. Is this a boy or girl? How many of you think this is a girl? Raise your hand. How many of you think this is a boy? Raise your hand. I tell you the right answer. It's a girl. Okay. So some of you might say, but Mrs. Lee, what about that mustache? Okay. This is not a mustache. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Okay. I give you a hint. It's permanent. It's not makeup. What is it? It's tattoo. Okay. Now, you're probably going, what? Okay. I tell you who this person is. She's from a tribe called Ainu. They live on the northern tip of Japan, Japanese island. And they don't do this anymore. The Ainu people nowadays are just pretty much the same as Japanese people. Okay? And this is an old, old picture, okay, photo. And back then, when the baby girl was born among Ainu tribe, they didn't do anything to a newborn baby. Okay? But when the girl becomes 1 year old, the first birthday, they put the black line right here above the upper lip, just one single line. Second birthday, there goes the second line. Third, fourth, fifth, each birthday, okay, until she gets married. Now I'm guessing this girl is probably a teenager, maybe 15, 16, around there. Okay. And they stopped doing that, when she got married. And that's a good thing, because if they just keep going until, they die, the old grandma's face would be all covered, all black from here on up, right? Well, anyway, so that's who she was. Now, some of you, especially girls, are thinking, oh, I'm so glad I'm an American, I don't have to do that, right? Okay. But to them, to Ainu people back then, this was considered the symbol, the sign of beauty and modesty. Okay. And they don't do this anymore. This became illegal. Okay. It's considered child abuse nowadays. This is just an old, old custom. Okay. All right. So just by looking at these three pictures, that you can tell there's a lot of different ways, the different people, and to answer this one simple question, what is beauty? Okay, so the answer is, let me tell you the right answer. The answer is, it depends on who's looking at it. Okay, so my message to you today is, don't be closed-minded, have an open mind. Try to understand different cultures, different people, different view, different opinions. Okay, that is very important. Okay, now along the same direction, I'm gonna help you do one quick exercise. So you will need any kind of scrap paper, big or small, it does not matter, and a pencil. That's all you need. And get them and pause the video, get them and come back. Okay. All right. Here you go. Are you ready? Now, before I start this exercise, before you start drawing anything, I want you to imagine this view in your head. Okay, just imagine it. Don't draw anything. Okay, so here it is. This is a view. There is a small round pond. It's perfectly round. Okay, and then you're standing on one side of the pond, and then straight across from you, you see a pine tree. Okay, so that's the situation. That's the view. Now I want you to draw that view from where you're looking at on that scrap paper. Now, if this is not a Corona year, this is the exercise sheet that you will be using in the classroom. It says your view, bird's view, and the fish view. Okay? I want you to draw this your view on the scrap paper. Go ahead. Pause the video if you need more time. Okay, now I'm not expecting you to draw a beautiful drawing on this. You can just draw it really simply, something like this. Here's the right answer. So I said the perfectly round pond, but from where you're looking at is supposed to show like a pancake shape like that, and the tree shows the side of it. Okay, if your drawing looks something similar to this, you did it great. All right, next, the bird's view. Now you're standing by the edge of the pond. You're gonna morph yourself into a bird. So you turn into a bird and then you fly up and up and up. And then you come straight above the pond and you're looking down at it. What do you see? Pause the video and draw. Okay, so your drawing should look something like this. It's a round pond, so it should show the exact shape, okay? But the tree, you cannot see the tree trunk at the bottom of the tree. You can only see it from the top of the tree like that. Okay, all right, the next one. This is the hardest, the fish view. So you're a bird now. You come down, you flew down, down, and you stood by the edge of the pond and you turn yourself into a fish. Go ahead, jump in the water. Okay, you start swimming around inside the pond and you came right in the middle of the pond and you swim up, 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 and you stuck your head above the water and looked. What did you see? This one is very hard. So pause the video and go ahead and draw. Okay, now the right answer is this. Okay, now you saw something up in the sky. I just drew a bird and a cloud. You could draw a rainbow or airplane or rainbow or whatever that's up in the sky, a balloon or whatever. Okay, and you only see the top tip of the tree. Now you might not get it quite perfectly just by looking at it, but let me add a few more tree tips to this. Let me just add it really fast on my desk. And if I do that, you might say, oh, I see, I got it. See, does that make it easier to see? Okay, so that's how you will see it from the fish view. Okay, so that exercise taught you sometimes it requires effort to try to look at the same thing from different person's view. Okay, so today's message from Mrs. Lee is, put some effort to understand other people's view, cultures, or even languages, and be kind to each other. Don't reject anyone's artwork just because they're different from you. Have open mind and let us be kind to each other. Okay. I'll be back for the second half of the aesthetics lesson next week. Okay. Thank you for watching. Okay, bye.